How we evaluate brands has not changed in decades. We ask respondents to evaluate a brand using scales on a ton of attributes. Then, so that we compare one brand to another, we ask respondents to do it again with another brand. But one benchmark isn't enough, so we'll ask them to do it yet again. Are we really confident in presenting these types of results to management? Dan Ariely from Duke and MIT, one of the leaders in behavioral economics, stated, "Humans rarely choose things in absolute terms. We don't have an internal value meter that tells us how much things are worth." That's exactly how we're expecting survey respondents to act. As humans, we don't have an absolute score for one brand and an absolute score for another brand and compare those scores. No, as Ariely states, we focus on the relative advantage of one thing over another. In short, we consider options together. Then we make a choice. I have an idea. Let's evaluate brands the same way humans do, in context with a competitive set, and with choices rather than scales. And it's not that hard. We just need to break free from this decades-old process. Let's use universities as an example. This is what the respondent sees. Notice we're putting all the relevant competitors together. We're not evaluating brands in isolation. In this case, we ask them to select the universities that have the best reputation. Of course, then we'll repeat this for all the dimensions we care about. Since we have 7 brands here, this one question is like asking 7 questions the old way, because this one question gives us data on all 7 brands. If we ask about 10 different attributes, it will only take us 10 questions, but that would have taken us 70 questions the old way. Do you see how much easier this is for the respondent? That they were much more likely to put consideration into their choices? Do you see how we can easily capture many more competitive benchmarks? All while being consistent with how humans truly make these types of decisions. From an analysis perspective, we can do all the same things as with the traditional approach. In fact, we can do even more. One of our outputs is an action map. We analytically determine the drivers of choice, then plot this against the brand's performance. This grid quickly reveals a lot of important information, including a brand's strengths and weaknesses. One more really fun thing I want to show you. Look, everyone will ask the purchase funnel questions, right? Awareness, consideration. We do much more than simply give you the data. We give you this output. This reveals so much. It reveals your competitive position within the market. It reveals the rising stars, those brands that are not well known but have a very strong following. It also reveals the strongest brands in the category, those brands that are not well known and have high consideration. So where's your brand? This view leads directly to important strategy implications. For example, if you're a rising star, your priority should be to gain awareness. Now look, there's so much more I can say about this approach, but I was told to keep this video short, so now it's your turn to make a choice. If you want to learn more, send me a note and let's talk.